Good evening. My name is Maureen Power and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. My main objective is to remove people from their everyday stresses and to hopefully help you to develop your creativity through stamping. Excuse me. Every Wednesday night I try to go live and do a card to inspire you to use some stamp sets that you might have. And for the month of March, which I'm finishing the last one in the month of April, I have been using the textured notes. Okay. And so tonight I'm doing the last card in that series. And I'm hoping that it inspires you and maybe you like the set or the DSP or something that comes with it. I am going to turn the camera around and show you the 3 cards we have made so far with using this set. And my objective for the first 3 cards was to show you how you can use up some of your scraps. I don't have a lot of this paper left, so I'm probably just going to show you the paper based on what's done in the cards themselves. And tonight's card is going to be using the other paper. It's called Botanical Textures. I'm going to be using that paper, but that's part of that suite. And again, Facebook's not letting me see any comments, so I will respond to all of your comments at the end of the video. A couple of things I want to mention to you. I am doing a in-person May Crop Fest Day. And what that is, you would come to the Crossroads in St. John's, and you would come in around, I don't know exactly what times yet, but probably 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and we will clue up by about 5. And what you would do is go from table to table doing the card that is on that particular table. Right now, the cost is $50. If we get more sign-ups, I'll be able to reduce that cost. But it all depends on the number of sign-ups, how much I can reduce it. So if you're interested, please reach out to me. I will be looking for the funds very shortly so that I can start ordering the supplies that I need. The date is May 24th. It's a Saturday. And like I said, you come in, you make 10 cards and go home with them. The theme this time, I did it one other time. I did it in early December for Christmas. The theme then was Christmas. The theme right now is thinking of you, sympathy, and happy birthday. So you could put those sentiments on those cards. Also, I have started something new. The first one is April the 7th. Yesterday was the actual cutoff, but I hadn't had time to talk about it on Facebook, I don't think. So I will let you know it is an in-person event again. And what it is, I have been given permission to go into Tim Hortons in Galway and do some cards there. You do have to sign up ahead of time for the simple reason that I need to prep some kits for you. April the 7th, and it's from 11 o'clock to 1, or earlier if we clue up earlier, but it starts at 11. So if you're interested, I'll leave it open for this evening as the cutoff instead of yesterday. So just reach out to me if you're interested. Okay, I'm going to turn my camera down. I will tell you the new catalog is going live in May. I ordered my pre-order yesterday, so when I get that, I'll show you what I've ordered. Yeah, that's probably it for now. I'm going to turn my camera around. Got a bit of a frog in my throat tonight. So here's the 3 cards that we've made so far. And you can see kind of an idea of what that DSP looks like from all of the patterns that are on these 3 cards. And then I did this one here. Okay, so tonight's card's going to be a little bit different. I will show you the DSP from the one I'm working with this evening. These are my scrap pieces so far. Okay, I may have these kind of mixed up. So I'm just going to have to show you the front and the back because I was using some of these for another card actually. So it's all black and white. Yeah, you're going to see repetitious here now, I think. This is the same one. I think we may have seen that one. And there. And I don't think, or do I? Yeah, here's a card that I made. This is for next month's SIP. So that is one of the cards that I made for next month. So I'll put those back. I usually put all of my scraps in one of these bags. Okay, so this is the one that we're finishing off with tonight. And the stamps that I'm using tonight is this one here and this one right here. You are seriously the best. So I'm going to bring this down a bit. See if I can get rid of some of that glare. It's probably not as dark as it needs to be now. Just hang on a second. I'll see if I can turn this a little. No, it's not bright enough now. All right, we'll have to work with it. All right. Other things that I'm working with tonight is the mini corrugated 3D embossing folder. It's kind of hard for you to see that there, but here you can see it. I'm finding with mine, I had to use a piece of plain paper underneath this. I don't know if anybody else has this and if they have the same problem because it went through my cardstock. And, all right, move these out of the way. I'm going to use Memento Black, which I have ordered the white craft pad, and I filled it with Memento Black. A hell of a lot better. What's everybody drinking this evening? I have a remainder of a cup of tea, which I just took a sip. I'm going to show you the card that we're making. It's this card here. You can do a lot of fun things with this too. You don't always have to put your cardstock down in uniform shape. You could take your cardstock, for argument's sake, and you could twist it like that and have it on your base. You don't always have to go the uniform. Okay, so I did use this embossing folder and I embossed this piece ahead of time. I did cut it at 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And then when I had it, because when you use that folder, it shrinks your paper a bit. So then I just cut off the little bit excess because I wanted it to be 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. My black cardstock is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So this will go on that. And maybe I will just slant it out a bit tonight. I also have this piece here for stamping. I have a piece of cardstock that's cut at 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 because I wanted it to cover the full space. And I could go this way too, but I'm not going to. I kind of liked the lighter side for when you're putting this and this on. Okay. You also have a piece of white that's cut at 5 1/4 by 4. That's for the inside. So I'm going to put that down first. This is not reeling out right. Okay. So let's put that down. Try to get your borders the same. Got it a little bit off. Let's see if I can straighten that out a bit. That's better. Then I'm going to put this piece down. And like I said, that particular piece, I wanted to cover the whole thing. There you go. So I'm going to burnish this. I've done the draw for the winner for last month's, month of March. So I will be posting something about that shortly. So I'm going to kind of, let's see how I can twist this. And then I want this to go straight. Yeah, that's not bad. But I wanted to pop this piece here. So let's pop this first. I need my big dimensionals. So if anybody is interested in either one of those classes, just reach out to me this evening. Just send me a quick text. It is in person, so you have to be able to attend. Oh, the craft and sip at Tim Hortons is $10. It's not a big fee, but your class fee will be free if you have a $20 order. So now I'm going to put this one on. So I am going to just put liquid glue in the center. I'm not going to go close to the edges. Let's see if I can get this liquid glue. I think it's time to get rid of this bottle. I think I still have it there when in reality it's not really giving me any glue. So I'm not going too close to the edges because of the fact that there's going to be sections that's not going to have. All right, so let's put that down there. And usually I turn it over so it doesn't move. Now, let's move this aside for a minute. I want to ink up the leaves. I don't do a lot of black and white cards. I'm thinking I should do a bit more, because they do come out rather nice. Do you guys like black and white cards, or are you more into the colors? I'm going to put my silicone mat down so that I can get a better look at the picture. And I'm going over. Oops, she touched. Oh, it'll have to do. All right, now I'm going to take my snips, and if you are doing fussy cutting, the snips are the best because you can really get into the corners and stuff. And just snip it off. You don't need to work with all that excess. I think parts of Newfoundland are in for a bit of snow this evening, 10 to 20 centimeters, depending on where we are. I'm not sure how much the Avalon might be getting, but parts of not tonight, I'm sorry, Thursday into Friday. Hopefully it all changes. That is one thing about the weather. It can change from day to day. My little grandson today tried Nana's banana muffins. We left the chocolate chips out, but wow, did he ever enjoy those. I had to make them and put 3 with no chocolate chips. And I had to do the others then with chocolate chips because that's the only way the girls will eat them now is with chocolate chips. So Natalie and I made some the other day. And of course, Nana was too lazy. She wanted to do a video. And I was like, oh, Nana's not up to a video today. So I'm thinking that's going to be coming soon. I am also trying to grow my hair out. So you see it's very long hair right now. Well, it's not very long, but it's long for me. And that's what I'm doing, actually. I'm trying to grow it out, and we'll see if I have the patience to let it grow out. Okay, let's see. There you go. So let's get rid of all these scraps. These scraps I don't keep. I do keep a lot of my scraps, but I don't keep those. Okay, so I'm going to use mini dimensionals. You almost had me late tonight. I was upstairs watching Trump, would you believe? And his speech today. I won't say anything derogative about him on the social media, but you can guess what I'm about to say. And I lost total track of time. I hadn't even had supper at this point. So I'll have to go up and get supper after I finish this. Okay, now I'm also using the black and white gingham ribbon. Not sure if that's staying or not. And of course I used my pom-pom maker to make a little bow. So that's going to go on the end. So I'm going to trim that down a bit, and I got my scissors, my ribbon scissors. Oops. Okay. The other piece flew somewhere. Oh, there it is. And then I'm going to put this across, but I'm just going to put dimensionals on the ends. And it's going to be the little dimensionals again. So I'm using my Take Your Pick tool. I'll put 1 on this end and 2 on this end. So I'm just going to put that across there. I'm going to take a glue dot. What did I do with my glue dots? I was crafting this weekend. A bunch of us got together. We met at a place, and we had a great time crafting. I planned 3 different events. It's when I get most of my work done, and I'm very focused when I go to these events. I have an agenda when I go, and I usually complete quite a bit of it before I leave. So I have my April SIP and my May SIP all prepped, and my club is all prepped for next month. So it gives me a bit of time now to work on the card crop for May. All right, so let me glue this up. I also am using the neutral matte dots. So let me take those out. And I used the white ones before, but I think I'm going to use the black on this one. So let's use some on my second package of these. So I'm going to put one there. I love this whole suite. And one up here. I usually cut my envelopes on the side, and then that way it's easy just to slide them in. So here it is with the white, which you can't really see all that well, and then the black. So which do you prefer? Your standard or your twisted? I did have these cut out, but I will put these in here as well because I decided to go with the black. So the 4 cards that we've used with this set is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to move the camera up so you can see. And they are the ones that we've used this month, that we've made this month, I mean. So next month, let me see if I can find the stamp set quickly. Yeah. This is the stamp set that I'm using for the month of April on my SIP. And these are all the dies that go with it. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to turn my camera around and say a proper goodbye. Don't forget, May 24th is the crop. You can let me know that you're interested in going. And once I know the numbers, I will send out and ask for payment. And April 7th, I need to know by the end of this afternoon, end of this evening, if you're interested in attending that. So take care, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me.